ride with us? Ride with us. Oh yeah. Do you wanna ride with us? Ride with us. Oh yeah. Do you wanna ride with us?
It's all about that brutal cold, single digits, and then sub-zero temperatures. You factor in the wind, it is brutally frigid. And look at this. We're anywhere from 5 to 15 below now and heading even lower in the coming out.
I took this shirt out of the washing machine 5 minutes ago. Hey everyone out there, it's Craig from Flying Wheels. It's January. It is freaking freezing. I'm talking Siberia freezing. We are in the midst of a polar vortex. What the heck is that? It's some gusting, flowing winds coming down from the Arctic all the way through our country into New Hampshire. So although it is 0 degrees out with the wind chill, it is negative 20 out. They recommend not even being outside. What does that mean? No one is going to the auction today. Before I start, what kind of car am I driving? It's not my typical Yukon Denali or Escalade, so take a guess, 10 points to the winner. So again, with the wind chill, it's going to be about negative 20. It is negative 4 right now as I'm looking at my thermometer. I'm assuming no one is going to the auction today because everyone I spoke to, when I said, hey, you want to go to the auction tomorrow? They said, no freaking way, it's going to be freezing. So what does that mean? I dress warm, I suck it up, and I go to the auction and make some deals happen. I'm going to make some money today when no one else is. While everyone's staying warm, I'm going to suck it up. I'm going to be freezing cold. I layered up. And I'm heading to the auction. Let's see what kind of deals I can get. Hey, so here I am, dressed like freaking Ghost Dad because it's Siberia cold out in New Hampshire right now at the car auction. Hey, so if you've seen my videos before, you know this auction is swamped, filled shoulder to shoulder with car dealers. It's pretty empty today, so hopefully it pays off for me. So it's tax season in like 2-3 weeks. I'm fully stocked up already, but one more attempt at buying cars couldn't hurt. That's why I'm here to pick up some more cheap cars, double up my lot, move it over to my overflow lot. That way come end of March, early April, when prices are through the roof, I still have cars on the
I'm not the only one dressed like this.
It's still freaking really cold here. Here we go, right through the auction. So behind me is a 2011 Chevy Equinox all-wheel drive with 107,000 miles. That'd be a good choice for today. It's winter, everyone wants their all-wheel drives. There's 2 owners, never been in an accident. Let's see what it goes for. Clean title, book says it should be around $7,000. So I entered the mileage, it's actually 120,000 miles, which dropped to about $800. So it should be worth around $6,200. I'm the high bidder at 4. Hey! 4,600. 4,800. I actually think it's still higher than it should be, even though book said it's worth a lot more than that. Hey, I have to take my hand out of my glove to hold my phone, and any bearskin is absolutely freezing, burning right now. 2010 Toyota RAV4 Limited with 113,000 miles. Book says it should be about 8,500 at auction. It's at 7,100 right now. Here's a 2010 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4, 118,000 miles. 2 owners, no accidents. Book says it should be around 6,800 to sell.
Give you a personal ring. Get $5,000. Is there something wrong with it that we don't know?
There's no one bidding on it at all. I had to come inside for a little bit because any of my exposed skin, like just right here, feels like it's on fire, like burned. My hand, just from holding my camera, is bright red. And then also my phone slowed down just from being outside. So you got nobody going outside, everybody's looking through the windows. Not a single bid. The prices were so low today that I got 3 if bids. I didn't even get to buy anything. If means basically a maybe. It means the dealer has 2 hours to see if he does or does not want to sell it, and then he'll get back to me, or he can make a counter offer for a higher number that he wants. Depends on if they sell enough vehicles. If they sell a lot of vehicles, make money on the other cars, a lot of times they'll give the other ones away for that if price, or they'll counter offer with a higher price, and I can kind of meet in the middle. The first if is on this 2012 Volkswagen Rattan with 116,000 miles, leather, nav, DVD, all that. I was at 35, they want 45, so I get some time to check it out now. before I say yes. Does have leather, does have DVD player. So it's, you know, it's an auction car. This is how they come in. And then I take them to my shop and clean them up, make them safe, and then I sell them for a profit. We have some weird rust stains. So what happened is they folded this third row seat into the floor with some rusty stuff, and they just sat there soaking into the fabric. So 45 is what they want, which is at the top of the market. I didn't come here to pay top of the market. I really came here to steal things. I froze my butt off in the cold to get some deals, so I'm gonna wait it out till next week and see it run through next week, and hopefully they come down in price. The next one is this 08 Ford Fusion, automatic 6-cylinder, 108,000 miles, perfect tax season car. I was the high bidder at $700. They said they'd sell it for $1,000. At $1,000, the buyer's fee actually goes up $50. So if I say I'll buy it for $950, it saves me $50 off the price of the car, but it also saves me $70 off the buy fee. So it saves me $120 by lowering the car to $50 and meeting him close to his price range. Getting an if sometimes is kind of nice, because typically when cars run through the auction, if I didn't get a chance to look at it out in the lot, like this Ford Fusion, I didn't anticipate on buying a 2008 Ford Fusion when I got here today. It ran through, it was cheap. Even if it has a bad transmission, it was cheap enough that I can put some money into it. They gave me an if bid because I didn't hit their price, so they want more money. Now I get a chance to actually go look at the car and see if it's worth their asking price, if there's anything wrong with it. I'm driving it right now. I get to see if the transmission shifts, listen to the engine for any noises, which is typically what I want to do before I buy the car. Sometimes you don't always buy the car that you came to see. You know, I saw this running through. It looked like a good possibility to add to our inventory. I bid on it kind of as a gamble, worth the risk. It's an if. Now I get a chance to look at it and see if it's worth paying more money for. And this running, driving, clean 08 Ford Fusion, I think is worth the increase of $300 from my bid to still be at $1,000 for a running car with 108,000 miles right before tax season. That's okay. My next one is a 2011 Buick, whatever the heck this thing is called. Has 150,000 miles and it's running really rough. So I put it on my scan tool. It has a cylinder misfire, which could easily be an ignition coil and plug, or it could terribly be an entire engine and need an engine. So I bid accordingly. I paid $1,000 for it. Well, I bid $1,000 for it. I got an if on it. Sorry about that. It's freaking cold out. My hands are getting numb holding the phone. I had to go back in the car. So that Buick, I bid $1,000 on it. I knew going into it, it had a cylinder misfire. It could be an ignition coil and plug, which is like a $100 fix for me, or it could be an engine, which would be thousands of dollars. You don't know. So this is where you gamble. That car, if I got it for $1,000 and paid $100 to fix it, I'll make a ton of money. If I buy it and it's a bad cylinder, I do a compression test and it has a dead cylinder, I'm in trouble. At $1,000, I don't lose a ton of money though. I did end up getting the Ford Fusion for $950. The seller wanted $1,500 originally. I got an if at $700. They said they'll take $1,000. I said $950. $950 saved me $50 on the price of the car. Plus it saved me the buyer's fee that increases at $1,000 mark. So I got I saved $120 off the car. I said no to the Buick. I didn't know if it was worth a gamble. It might be, but I'm just not in a gambling mood today. And as far as the Volkswagen Rattan goes, I was the high bidder at $31. They wanted like $65, but no one's around, so they counter-offered today at $4,500. I said no, more like $3,700 after looking at it and seeing the rust and it needed tires and so on. And he finally said he would come back at $4,000, and I said no. That's it for today. I did end up with one car. This Ford Fusion is a winner. I paid under $1,000 for it. I should be able to sell it for around $3,000 for it. So it was worth sticking out in the cold. Now, no one wanted to be here today. It was empty. It was dead. No one was bidding on any cars. So everything I even bid on, I got an if on because it wasn't high enough. It wasn't a high enough price for the seller to sell it. There was no one bidding on anything. So although I did have a high bid on 3 cars that I wanted, I did end up buying one of them, and I had the opportunity to say yes to the other 2, and I just ended up saying no, thank you. So anyway, if this video was at all interesting, entertaining, or just plain old didn't suck, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up so other people get to watch it. Make sure you subscribe for more fun car stuff, business knowledge, how to make money in any industry, and hit that bell down below. That way you get notification every time I make a new video. See y'all later. See you in the next video. Adios.